I wouldn't say New York music is dead or no shit like that. I would just say, you know, we kind of like in this trance of figuring out what the new sound is. You know, more or less.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry. I also think right now, I mean, it's 2016. We live in an instant world, right? So it's like, what? You know, I understand, obviously, no one's more proud to be from New York than me. But you can't expect, you know, somebody that has access to everything at the tip of their fingertips. Why would they be confined to a regional sound? That just doesn't even make sense to me. So I think there is no, I think New York, the New York sound is whatever kids from New York, the music that they're making, you know? And I think that, yeah, there's, sometimes I hear music where I'm like, I don't know where he got that influence from. That might not really be his influence, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I can't knock it because you can get on a computer and have access to music from Istanbul, you know what I'm saying? So if you take influence from that, is that wrong of you? I just think right now there's this whole issue with, you know, the people from New York making music that sounds like it's from the South. But it's like, if that's what a kid grew up on, well, how could you hate on it? You know what I'm saying? It's just, it just, I can't get with that. You know, I can't get with people that are too stuck in their ways to open their mind to music. Because I'm somebody, I grew up listening to Nirvana and Mobb Deep in the same Walkman. You know what I'm saying? I flipped the cassette, I might have Nirvana on one side or Sublime on one side. I flipped the cassette, I might have Ghostface on the other side, you know? And it's like, and then I might have, you know, a 3 6 Mafia tape in my backpack. So it's like, all that influences me. And I'm never gonna think of like, oh, I gotta make this record sound like New York. If a record sounds like New York, then it sounds like New York. If a record sounds like, you know, Arizona, it sounds like Arizona. If a record sounds like Brazil, it sounds like Brazil. It's cool. Like, I think to me, it's a plus. And to me, good music is good music. That's what people need to be worried about. Are we making good music or are we making shitty music? It's shitty music from New York. It's shitty music from Atlanta. It's great music from Atlanta. It's great music from New York. You know, it's a level playing field right now. To me, I don't buy into any of that. When people start talking that around me, I'm like, bruh, you sound old right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta keep it real.
Nah, I agree. Again, I'm not gonna be political. I gotta keep telling myself. At first, I was maybe on the fence. No, I was on the fence about the idea of homie sounding like dude. But then when you think about it, he's 18 years old. So you can't even be mad. It's like, this is what he grew up in.
That might be his favorite artist.
That's his influence. If he was 28 doing that, I'd be like, all right, cut the shit, my nigga. You know, like, you bugging the fuck out. But he's 18, so you gotta respect the inspiration. Like, that's where it came from. That's where he channeled his shit from. He probably was listening to that shit since he came out, you know. And when you keep listening to him, he doesn't really sound like Future. Like, maybe first instinct you hear it is like, oh, that's Future new shit. But then when you really listen to it, it's like he kind of has a different twist to it. And I can compare it to when Shine came out, because when Shine came out, we was mad because we thought Shine sounded like Big. But I was heated. I was not rolling. But then as time progressed, it's like, no, this is Sean Poe. He don't sound. This is just him.
Realized he was nice.
He realized, yeah, he was nice.
Like,
and
you realized he was nice.
That was who he was. You know, it wasn't like some Gorilla Black type shit where, you know, you trying to look like a character and fit in. But I think, you know, you could compare it to that. So I'm not mad at Son. I think Desiigner is good for New York. I think he's good for music. You know, so I think that's cool. Yeah. It's the Kush God Smoke DZA.
Harry Fraud.
And you tune in to WatchLOUD.com.
He has risen.
March 4th.